It just seems to be really static. That's just how it is. But once I'm done this grind once I get that catalytic talisman, I don't need to do it again. Well, I say that. But, like, I'm probably going to come back here at some point for death runes, farming up death runes, and then also maybe blood runes eventually. We'll see. Like, I always hear that people, rather than making their own runes, you use, like, you buy them, but I really don't know where to buy them from or how to get the gold as an Iron Man to afford them. So, we'll see. I'm sure by the time I actually need them, I will have learned exactly how to deal with that stuff and where to get more of them and how to make it so that it isn't super costly, rather. But for right now, I just don't have that info. Like, I'm sure this is going to be another one of those things where I spend a whole load of time here and then find out that I didn't need to spend a whole load of time here. But at least it is kind of free rune crafting XP. You don't have to put in any extra effort into it. It's just kind of... The minigame is in and of itself, and you get crafting XP and stuff as well, so... I always just, like, instant click, because I think that I'm gonna get more than 4 in that inventory, and then I never do. It's always... I always get 4, and I have 1 inventory spot left over. I think you can also buy, like, a Ring of the Elements here, can't you? Oh, yeah, I do want to craft. Like, a Ring of the Elements is one of the rewards you can buy. But I don't know if it's something you can infinitely use. Or if, like, you have to somehow recharge it. Maybe I should Google that while I'm still getting through this last little bit here. Because I think the Ring of the Elements is a teleport ring, right? Like, it teleports you to the different altars. The different elemental altars, specifically. So it kind of works as easy teleports to, like, Al-Kharid, Varrock, south of Falador, and then I guess Lumbridge Swamp. And I've always struggled with having a teleport to, like, the Draenor area. I think the best teleport you can have to, like, the Draenor area is, like, an Amulet of Glory, right? And it's always so difficult for me to get an Amulet of Glory. We're so close. 70% more XP here. I don't know the exact number because it doesn't show it on there, but 30k or so. I do wonder, because I was thinking about it with the air altar, right? Like, if I just skip out on the air altar and just use the other altars, if that would be more XP. I'm starting to wonder, like, maybe I should just sit around and wait for the higher level altars in general and just jump into those when they're open, and that might give me more consistent XP over what I've been getting with just going into the air and mind altars, because they are such little XP in comparison, but I think maybe the time loss would be pretty rough in terms of like handing in essence to the big guy, because that's quite a bit of the XP as well, and I think this is kind of just the fastest I can really make this. Unless there's some trick to the pattern that I don't really understand. I think I've kind of got the fastest way I can do it right now figured out. And these altars are going to change. Chaos. We're still stuck making 1 Chaos Rune per essence. I was hoping maybe I'd hit a point where I could make 2. His Chaos Runes, at least, are still somewhat relevant, because they allow me to make or use lower level spells. And when you're using like Chaos Gauntlets from the Family Crest quest on top of like Tome of Fire on top of the Chaos Rune spell, like, you can actually get some pretty decent damage out of that. Your max hit, I think, is like, it's either like 18 or it's like in the 20s when you're using that setup. And that looks like it's going to be the last inventory we get here. We'll snag this extra little crafting XP. Then we're going to start min-maxing here. After he does that, you can start crafting these, which gives you 30 rune crafting XP, 80 crafting XP per. You can do it until the 30-second mark. There it is. And then we sit here. Because we're looking at either 4 or 5 more games, I think. It could go down to as little as 3, but I think it's unlikely. For it to be 3, I'd have to get like 20% XP per game, which I don't think is going to happen. I think like the end of game is like 8%, maybe a little less, and then I don't think I get 12 XP or 12% XP per game just from crafting. Especially if I get bad RNG. But it does look like we're going to get 150 reward points before the end of this. Like, let's test just this one. This one inventory. We're at 42%. Head through here. So crafting gave me 0.6. Ending that in gives me another 0.5. So it gave me 1.5 total. So I guess I get what, 8 inventories? Which I don't think I'd get 8 inventories, but if I did. Is that math right? No. The math isn't right. I'd have to get... What the heck? I'm going crazy here. I think I've been playing for too long. If I get 1.5 XP, which I don't always, right? Like, this is going to give me more than 1.5. Because Chaos Runes are... Actually, it didn't. And it didn't give me the amount that I was expecting because I didn't get the XP from handing in there. But it would be 2 and then 2 times 4. So it would be 8 times. So if I had 8 inventories... then I could possibly get 12% XP. But I don't know if I do get 8. Do I get like... I think I get like 7 to 8, right? Like... I think it's something like that. You get the first craft, and then you get portal craft, portal craft, portal craft. But half the time I don't get the XP I want because I don't get the XP from that. And then sometimes you get the extra inventory from the portal. So I guess you can get 8 inventories worth of XP. It's just missing that hand in XP is actually more relevant than you might think. And if you get, like, air runes or mind runes, like, that's a massive XP loss. Like, right here. I can make these, but that's 120 and 90, so that's 210 XP for all of the runes that I made. Which is so little in terms of overall XP. Yeah, so I started at 42%, and I've gained 6.5%. Which means that I'm looking at, like, closer to 10% or a little less from actual XP. So it's gonna take like 4 more games, including this one. So like 3 after this one. Hey Braden, how's it going? Yeah, I'm still going. Still playing. I'm gonna be done in less than an hour here. Walked and ate soup. I'm assuming walked... I was gonna say walked inside, but you have a dog to deal with now, so who knows? Fair enough. Not too cold out there? If only there was airsoft today, you could have joined in on that. Oh, so it's not too bad. That's good. Yeah, no worries. I'm just chilling out today, more than anything else. Oh. Guy and his stupid animation. Just getting to 65 quick and then... grab all my rewards. Trying to decide what to play. Like, as in, what game to play? Ah. And you settled on Gunfire Reborn, yeah? You could get your last achievement. Didn't even make the list. Oof. Unlucky. Yeah, you play too much of that already. I don't even know what Superland is. And I also don't know what Infinifactory is, but it sounds like a game like Factorio or Satisfactory. I think I scared Goop off by playing an ad because I didn't entirely understand how the ad breaks worked. Yeah. Oh, so it's less of a... Oh, this looks bad. Did we lose the people that were actually, like, making the infrastructure? Are we just gonna lose? What the heck happened there? So it's less freeform and more... Ah, yeah, okay. That's nice. It's nice to have a goal for what you're actually making, rather than just sort of making whatever. Oh boy. That sounds a lot more involved than what I was thinking. Normally when I play those games, it's like to chill out, you know? Just sort of build stuff and then don't really care how long it takes you to make it, but as soon as they put a timer on it, you just choose to add stress to it at that point. Oh, nice. So you can specifically go for beating every single one of Marshall's times? Yeah. Oof. Well, you could play the Season of Discovery, right? Yeah, Season of Discovery has the like 100% XP buff going on right now or something like that. So it wouldn't be quite as grindy. Hardcore is still very grindy. It's fun. It's fun for me at least, but I know a lot of people don't like that playstyle. It can get very boring very quickly if you can't just zone out and grind for quite a while. How are these still not upgraded? We just gotten that little high-level runes. Nobody has bothered to upgrade the barriers yet. Probably gonna get upgraded here because people are making bloods, yeah. I mean, Monster Hunter World, it can be chill if you play it more chill, right? And Elden Ring's a weird one compared to the Dark Souls games, because I feel like it's much more numbers based than other Dark Souls games. Like, if you outscale a boss in Elden Ring, you kind of just smash it. I feel like War Thunder's pretty chill, though, as well. I'm surprised that was off the list straight away. That's a lot of it. It's a lot of War Thunder, 10 games. I feel like Brett runs through 10 games in like an hour. Ah, that's fair. Oh, you mean like time-wise? I was thinking how good you do on it is how much you actually feel like playing it. Because, man, getting stomped in that game... Like, Brett accidentally put us into one game of realistic queue the other day, and it was just pain. Like, I would get sniped from across the map, and my entire tank would explode in one single bullet. I was like, why am I even here? No, he was on the same one as me. He was on Biz. So like 2.7. But because I got sniped, like, so my first tank I lived for a fair bit of time, right? And it wasn't awful, but then I suddenly just imploded from one shot. And then I was like, okay, I'll try my second tank. Got into it, drove like 5 feet forward and instantly died. And then it was like, oh, I don't have enough of those resource points, or whatever they're called, to spawn in my last tank. So I had to take my reserve tank, which was like a wheelie thing. Yeah, it's gone. I don't think I'm gonna bother repairing it, to be honest. I probably could, but I'm so close to 65 at this point that it's probably only going to take a couple more games. Long story short, you can put essence in them, and you can take essence out of them, and once you have put a certain amount of essence into a pouch, it deteriorates and starts to slowly hold less and less essence, and if it gets down to, I think it's 0, the pouch gets completely destroyed and you need to get a new one. But in Guardians of the Rift, you can pay pearls to this apprentice here to repair your pouches. With pearls being a reward from this. I mean, you say RuneScape made your list, but I feel like RuneScape's the kind of game where it's on the list, but you probably just I got the reward. I might as well repair it. There's no reason not to use the pearl. I made your list, but I assume you'd be playing it, and then you'd be like 5 seconds in, like, I want to play something else while playing this type of deal. Because it is that type of game. Unless you're doing more intense stuff. We're looking at like 2 more games. Ready for the party. I'm not ready for the party at all. Not even remotely. You were told there would be food. I thought that we would be like ordering food or something, but it sounds like we're doing like maybe buns and stuff. So definitely cheaper. Hmm? Does that put you off? You don't want to show up anymore if it's just gonna be buns? Fair. That is fair. I don't know. It was... I purely got secondhand information at the moment. Because she told me last night that Damien said, like, buns and stuff would be fine. So, I don't have specifics. I could ask after I'm done with this, but... Oh, I took way too long there. My bigger problem is our table only has 6 chairs. I don't know how we're ever going to possibly seat 7 people. It's crazy. I mean, I could just do the proper thing and just not show up, and that way if I don't show up, there's only 6 people and there's enough space. I think I'll just throw my cell here. You'll be logged out in approximately 30 minutes. I think we can beat that timer. It's only 24% more. Dude, at this point, my stomach is actually going to get loud enough that the mic will start picking it up. The grumbles have slowly gotten louder and louder while I've been sitting here. But I really want to get this grind done. I suppose I could have been munching on something. It's not like I have a face cam going, but a bit late for that. Oh, I should be crafting here. If I don't show up. I think you've got more than enough entertainment there. You got Damien, you got Brienne there, you got probably golf, is what I assume we'll be playing, because it is for his birthday, so. I assume card games are gonna be the, bigger form of entertainment there. If he was on, we could ask him, but I think he's gone for dinner right now, right? Because I don't even know what board games he really plays. Where am I clicking? What the heck was that? For some reason my brain just defaults to clicking bottom left. I'm not even gonna get the heal. Oh, I would have gotten it if I just went to the middle one. Jeez. I'd go to fire there, but I'm pretty sure it would time out by the time I get there. Well, I think that's just my brain frying a little bit, because I'm pretty sure that Chaos would be better than Fire anyway. Alright. At least I'm getting a little bit more catalytic energy lately. And I'm over that 150 mark for rewards, so I can snag a whole bunch of them when I actually cash in. Oof. Getting no XP for that just because it hits like 6 zeros in a row kind of sucks. I have to wait for the next portal anyway. There it is. This is gonna put me really close to 65 as well. Yeah, 93%. I'm gonna hit it partway through this next game. I wonder if I should just... We'll see. We'll see how far through the next game it takes, and I'll decide whether I want to actually finish it off or not. Because it'll probably take most of a game to get 7%. And that's 20 seconds. Would you recommend that new Harry Potter game for me? I should remember the name of it, and I don't. It was good, though. Yeah, it's, I don't know if I'd recommend it for you specifically, because I don't know if I've really seen you play that kind of game. I'm trying to think exactly. It wasn't exactly difficult by any means, I'll tell you that right now. And a lot of it, for me at least, was running around exploring stuff. So if you're looking for a game where it is a lot less like hectic, sure. But if you're looking for a game that's more along the lines of something like Rocket League or what? Okay, I'm going insane. There was a portal somewhere and I missed it. Oops. Fine though. I'll get enough XP either way. If you're looking for a game that's more fast-paced or like wait, I am actually going crazy. I didn't make any more. Oh my god. You know I'm getting close to the end of my tether at that point. What the heck? This is fine. Basically, for a chill game, sure. Yeah, I'd recommend it. I don't know how much you really trust my game sense, though, in terms of good games. I feel like most games that I play, I consider to be good games. Right? Like, it takes quite a bit for me to consider a game itself to be bad. Hogwarts Legacy, that's what it's called. Like, my one gripe with it was a lot of the times you did have to sort of follow the story, like Final Fantasy style, where it was like, it would give you side quests, you'd go and do those side quests, and then you'd kind of hit a dead end, and you'd have to progress the main story to then unlock more of the side quests. Like, there were some things that you just didn't have access to or couldn't do unless you did the main story. But it's not like Final Fantasy in that Final Fantasy is an MMO and you want to be doing these other things, but you can't. Instead, it's a single-player game, so it's like the story is kind of what you're there for anyway. So being locked out of some stuff because you haven't done the story actually makes sense in a lot of cases. Sorry about the slow response. That whole thing. Just a little out of it at the moment because I've been doing this for like 5 hours. Need to learn to take breaks. I mean, that is the weird part of having such a big Steam library is now as well, is a lot of the games there aren't really well known. And so you just have this big Steam library full of games that you've never heard of, and so it's hard to actually pick one and actually play it because you have no idea what the games are like. Like, there's probably a game somewhere in your Steam library that you'd like to play, and it's probably a pretty chill game, but you just don't know because there's just so many games in there. Like, the amount of Humble Bundles that I have bought for, like, Christmas and stuff like that. And so I just have a massive amount of fairly cheap short games. There's 65. That's what I was looking for. I'm just gonna go through the rest of this because I'm at 79% already anyway. But like, there's so many there that are probably short, and probably I'd enjoy playing them, but I just have no idea about them even existing, so. I had a stint a while back, like a few years back, where I played some of them kind of at random. And they were pretty chill. An all-consuming game. So you just want one that'll actually keep your attention for longer, is what you mean, I'm assuming? I mean, Hogwarts Legacy is a long game. I'll give it that. Just really depends on if you can actually get into it or not. I definitely got into it because it has, like, sort of the collectible system. And so you start wandering around trying to collect all these different things that don't really matter, but nice to find all of them. My go live notification. Don't know why that has changed itself. There we go. Sorry, I'm gonna quickly throw a short ad break up here. I'm gonna grab a drink. I don't think the ad break affects you though, because I think you are still a sub. Thank you for that. But it's just, yeah, it's just to turn off the pre-roll for the next few minutes is all. Did you? I'm assuming you didn't do the pop-up or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna get going with this then. So I can get myself some food ASAP. I'll put my pouches in here. basically the big thing I'm looking for is just a catalytic talisman so that I can do Morning's End Part 2. And then a load of pearls so I can get different parts of the outfit. I think those are the big two things. Oh, and maybe the amulet. Because the amulet would let me get back here quickly and have a quick teleport back. I don't think there's a lot of big, great things you can get from here, but you do stack up a lot of runes. Oh, 2 pouches. And a massive amount of pearls. For the amount of actual draws that I've done so far. Holy, isn't it fairly cheap to get the entire outfit? The entire Rumont's outfit? I thought it was fairly cheap in terms of pearls, because you get them so rarely, but... I've already gotten 150 in, like, less than 50 pulls. I'm pretty sure this thing is garbage, right? Atlex's diary? I'm pretty sure it's not actually useful, but if I drop it, will I be able to get it again from the rewards guardian? Because that's like the last thing I want. I don't want to waste my rewards getting duplicate diaries. We got 4 pouches. I don't think you can get a death talisman from this either. That's why I'm looking for the catalytic talisman, is so that it can work as a death talisman. I don't think there's many other ways to get one, and I really don't want to do the junk list. It looks like I'm more than stacked up on law runes as well. For my teleports. Didn't need to get any more of those anytime soon. Oh, we got an Ellie tally. Well, that's something, I guess. It's not necessarily what I wanted, but I might make some use out of it at some point. Oh, I keep pressing my button that is usually my escape button, and it's not doing anything. I guess I'll just throw this in here for now. And then I will open these pouches. Chaos runes, law runes, a lamp, and blood runes. Actually, that is amazing. I think, like, opening these pouches kind of bypasses the level requirement to get extras. So it gave me a massive amount of blood runes, whereas I can normally only get like 50 or so. Yeah, like 27 from getting it from here. Death runes, pearls, pearls, law runes, mind runes, death runes. It's just a load of dupes. Pearls again. Come on now. If I don't get the catalytic talisman, I'm gonna have to keep doing Guardians of the Rift until I get one. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Because it means I'll get more pearls and I can get the actual full outfit, but I'd like to unlock the ability to make death runes. There it is. Perfect! That's what I wanted to see. that's just it. That means that I'm just done here. For now, at least. I can go start questing. With my massive amount of law runes, because now I can teleport around everywhere without having to worry about only having 30 total teleports. I got 15 more draws here, though. Could get something fancy. The Abyssal Lantern would be nice. If I can manage to snag that in the last, like, 10 draws. Doesn't look like it's happening. And the Abyssal Needle, too. 2 and 1. Just Death Runes. Okay, that's still fine. That's great. The Catalytic Talisman was the big thing I was looking for. Everything else is kind of extras. Because now I can use this to complete Morning's End Part 2 when I get to that point. Just give me a clue scroll from one of these pouches. What the heck? And I've got so many spare death runes for casting spells. A fair amount of bloods on top of it, and like a massive stack of everything else, so. Perfect. Do I have this? No. How do I get it? My Iron's Big Adventure. That's not happening right now. I'll save this in my bank in case I find out that that quest isn't that hard to do right away, but I'm gonna hop off for now. I actually got to 65 today, which is fantastic. Oh, first I should check here quickly. If I can buy any of this outfit. 350, 400. I don't want to spend... I don't want to, like, overspend. Because, like, if I bought the hat, I'd only have 1 pearl, so I'd only be able to repair once. And if I'm not buying the hat, I think it doesn't actually matter which other piece I buy, because they all give the same bonus. And I don't think that there's the option for a death talisman. Nope. So I think I just buy the boots here. Yeah, Ring of the Elements costs 400 pearls, which is really expensive, which makes me think there's a way to recharge it. Let me quickly Google this. Ring of the Elements. Purchased. Teleports you near the runic altars, which is really nice. It's charged by using one of each elemental rune and 1 law rune together. Oh yeah, so you can just keep recharging it, and it can hold up to 10,000 charges. Okay, so you do only ever need to buy 1 of those, but I don't have pearls right now spare, so I'm just going to buy the boots here. Collection log complete, and... No, I want to... I'm not continuing here, so I might as well put all of my stuff in here, actually. That goes into my mining tab. These go into my rune crafting tab. Perfect. Alright. Well, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around for a little while. I'm gonna call it there. I need to go get some food. But, thanks for watching, and, see you guys next time.